Welcome to Scientech 2137 Digital Communication Training System demonstration. In this demonstration, we are going to explain you and demonstrate the various features of Scientech 2137 and the experiments and the software which comes along with this. Now let's start. First of all, connect power supply which comes along with the textbook to the textbook power connector. Switch on the power supply and then you can see the LED indication of power. On the Mimic you can see there are various block diagrams because digital communication training system covers 15 numbers of modulation techniques like ASK, FSK, BPSK, QPSK and so on. As we know that all these modulation techniques represent different block diagrams based on their functionality. So we provide real-time software which covers all the detailed block diagram, and also real-time software also comes along with the waveform scope that is known as digital storage oscilloscope plus the logic analyzer HM. Now let us go through the block diagram which has been given on the Mimic. As you can see, there are two sections. One is the transmitter section in which there are different blocks like data, where the test data will be there, encoder where we are going to encode the signal, and then the modulation signal section which covers various modulations. For the carrier, we have a carrier generator for sine and cosine wave. And all these test points has a significance with respect to the respective modulation techniques. We will see these test points in the respective modulation techniques. At the receiver side, we have the replica, that is the demodulator section, then the decoder section, and then finally the recovered data. Again, we have a numerical control oscillators. Here again we have the same sine and cosine wave. In addition to the transmitter and the receiver block diagram, we have also provided the control sections which will help us to control the time-based and the movement of the signal in the Y position. For the time-based, we can use the encoder. As far as the PC connectivity is one of the experiments which we have in ASK and FSK, 1-bit modulation. For transmit data, we have the transmitter side board where we can connect the transmitter to the USB or a serial port, and similarly recovered data can be seen through the receiver side port. Now let's start the software sections. We will just see the feature of the software and subsequently we will cover the experiment part. Now let's see the software features. Double click on Scientech 2137 software. First of all, select the COM port. In this case, we have connected to COM port 4. Once it is get connected, we can see different modulation techniques on the left hand side. On the right hand side, we can see the respective block diagram like modulator, demodulator. We can toggle between modulator and demodulator block diagram. There are various test points like analog test points and the digital test points. For analog test points, we have represented with yellow color, as you can see, and digital test points are represented by blue color. Now this has been done purposely in order to distinguish that which are the signals in the analog mode and which are the signals in the digital. Like your modulated signal will be analog, your carrier signals will be analog, and your data or clock, these signals will be digital in nature. These signals can be selected from the analog channel and digital channel selection board. Let's start with the ASK one. So if we want to select the digital signals, so first we will go in the digital selection mode. As you can see, in the D1 we can select input test data, TP1. D2 we can select clock, and then we can go into the analog channel 1. We can select carrier frequency like sine wave. In case of the ASK, sine wave as a carrier. Then we can go into channel 2. We can select the final modulated signal. Now we have set all the parameters, all the signals which we want to observe. Right? The way we connect the digital to the oscilloscope, any external one. Now just all the waveform signals which we have selected. As you can see here, in the runtime, in the real time, we can see at D1 we can see the digital data, which is our test data. D2 is our clock on which the data is getting sampled. In channel 1, we can select, in order to see the channel 1 and channel 2, we can go into the selection, Y position, and then we can just scroll it down, and you can see the sine and cosine wave, sine and the modulated signal, the ASK modulated. In order to change the time base, we have to go into the textbook, and then we can just see that on the textbook we have provided the encoder. We can change the movement of the encoder, and we can see that by changing the time base, the way we change in the digital storage oscilloscope, we can bring the signals on the screen. Here we can easily see that we can just stop the signal, and then we can just see that with respect to the data, the ASK modulated signal is coming. Similarly, we can go back to the home page, and then we can select the respective demodulated signal. Right? We can select the output of the mixer multiplier. You can select the output of the multiplier, test point number 22 on channel 1, let's say. And then finally we can select the recovered data D3. So D3 we can select. We can again go back to the waveform and just click on the start button, and you can see that we need to select, because it is D3 is deselected, so we need to select it first, and we can see that the transmit and the receive data is getting matching, as well as we are able to see the multiplier output. So in this way we can perform all the experiments which are the QPSK experiments, and we can just see the waveform of the QPSK. So you can just click on the QPSK block diagram. As you can see, the block diagram, you have a data and you have a 2-bit encoding. In case of I channel and Q channel data symbols you are having. Then we are having the carrier generator with the sine and cosine, and then the I modulated and the Q modulated, and finally the QPSK. So you can select the signals. Let's say select for example the I data first. Let's select the data at D1. Then let us select the I channel. That is test point number 3 and 7. I and Q. We can select 3 and Q, which is test point number 7. After that, we can select the final modulated signal, that is 14 and the 16, and connect to the channel 1 and channel 2. The 14 and 16. You can just click on the waveform and just run it, and we can just change the time per division again. Now you can just click on the run and stop button, and you can see that straight away one channel is getting modulated with the sine wave, which is like for 1 it is sine wave, and the 0 it is out of phase. And similarly for the Q channel, where we have the cosine wave with a 180-degree change. So when we linearly sum these signals, then finally we can get the QPSK. So in order to see the QPSK, again we can go back to the home page, and we can in the channel 2 we can select the QPSK instead of the selected one. So final modulated signal can be selected and the waveform again, and you can see that finally we are getting the waveform signal. So we can move the Y position of the signal, which is the QPSK. We can get the QPSK output. So we can compare the I and the Q bits along with the angles which we are getting, and similarly we can do at the demodulation side as well. So in this way, we can perform all the experiments which are there in the Scientific 2137 in a very simplified way. And DSO functionality helps user students to understand the waveforms with respect to the mathematics. It is having very easily. And also the block diagrams are available, so which can be again compared with the test boot block diagram, and which makes very easy to understand the topic. So for this video demonstration, I hope you will like this demonstration and found very useful for your lab. Thank you for watching this video.